Hello everyone, welcome back, and this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Libra for the week of June 22nd. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and hitting the hype button as well. Thank you. And of course, all the lovely comments. It is truly so nice to hear from each and every one of you. I do absolutely appreciate you more than you could imagine. So I truly thank you for that. All right. Ooh, taking a new adventure, trying something different. Taking a chance this week on something totally new. Embarking on a new adventure for yourself. The possibilities are increasing by the moment, and you're trusting that life has given you this opportunity to begin. So wow, it's an opportunity that has arrived, and you are not letting it slide by. And that can be in a job, partnerships, friendships. And the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, the fruits of your own labor. You get to enjoy yourself. You're going out and rewarding yourself, knowing that you have enough, also knowing that you can take care of yourself. You're very capable of doing that. You don't need anything at this moment from anyone else. You feel quite comfortable with yourself and your surroundings. Four of Pentacles, yes, hanging on for that rainy day, realizing that somewhere in your past you have learned that you need to hang on to some finances. And you are doing that quite well now. You're learning to, not overspend, enjoy yourself, but watch your spending habits this week. So good for you for that. And the Page of Swords. All right. Well, it looks like, of course, God help the world. You are going to have a disagreement with somebody. Now, this can be somebody in your immediate family. This can be a co-worker, a friend. It could be somebody you don't even know and decides that they're going to, speak their mind in a store, because there's lots of that. But whatever this is, it is going to make you stand up and say something. You're going to definitely not let it slide by for whomever it's coming at. So, this could be in relations as well, like I said, but you're not willing to just take it and not say something back. So you're very quick thinking on your feet this week, but making sure that you are not allowing things to just happen. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, look at that. If you were feeling stuck at all in anything, you've got the answer. You probably, for many of you, have already known what you had to do for this, but you're feeling more inspired now. Your heart is, more back in the moment of doing things. You're clearing the air, which helps you to think clearer, believe it or not. But you are really leaving things behind and moving in a new direction. You're feeling more inspired. You're more, clear thinking, like really clear thinking. If there has been a problem or something slightly holding you back for, not quite knowing whether you should or shouldn't do something or say something, well, you found the answer, to this problem, whatever it is for you. And the Seven of Rods, yeah, see, standing your ground, defending your choices, knowing that it is time for you to, take that step. No longer just allowing things to happen, but defending what is rightfully yours. So if you're feeling challenged in anything, you're ready. You may not feel like it at this moment, but you maintain control, but take control at the same time. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. See, you give and share, and that can be sharing of your finances, that can be sharing of your knowledge, but you're always giving and taking in any relationship that you have right now. But you're starting to realize that for a few of you out there, that you have been giving far too much to some. And you're realizing pulling it back a little bit would probably be in your own best interest, because you're starting to realize there's a lot of people out there that have been taking advantage of you for a while now. And you're done with that. It's a give and take world. You realize that, and you're opening up into receiving. So when somebody's offering you help, sometimes it's hard for you to say, yeah, well, yes, of course, I could use a hand, sort of thing, because you've had your ups and downs with people saying that and not having follow through. But you're starting to realize that if they're not willing to give back to you in some sort, you're not so overgiving anymore. It's not that you're not giving, you're just learning the balance in the situations that you're in right now. And the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely making sure your bank accounts are starting to grow again. Instead of depleting, you're starting to really watch your money. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're understanding now what you feel comfortable in. Some of you are looking to start a business perhaps in the future. So you're really starting to get a better control on your output in your life, saving more, investing more. If you're thinking of starting this new business, you have a number and what you want, you've already envisioned it. So you are now saving for it. You're finding the best bargains. You're making sure that, you're not overspending. You're really taking care of yourself financially this week. It seems to be your theme to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And the King of Pentacles. So that's power coupled. So that's, life investments. Taking care of yourself, making good investments. You're actually starting to talk to some people that have already got more than what you have. So you're not being shy. You're starting to ask the questions like, how did you invest in that? How did you do this? So that you can accumulate your own. And you're not shy about asking the questions, which is really good, because you understand that, okay, yeah, like the rest of the world, maybe you should have started a little bit sooner, but starting is better than not ever beginning this. So slow and steady will win this race for you, and you're very much aware of that. Yeah. The Knight of Swords. So you are really charging forward. No more holding yourself back. No more self-doubt. Even if you are timid and scared a little bit to start this new adventure, you're doing it. You're hearing all kinds of things and you are just letting it float in the air. You're not participating in any kind of gossip. You're taking care of number one first. Looks like there's some trips here for some of you as well. And it's going to be an unexpected one for some of you, which is, I hope, wonderful, because you're excited about this. There's some relationships in your life that are starting to show the true colors, and you're okay with that as well. You already knew. So when they, don't show up or you don't hear from them for a while, you're not mourning them anymore or feeling loss about them. You've already moved on already yourself. And the Emperor. Ooh, so definitely sitting in your power, realizing what it is that you're going to have in your life going forward and what it takes to accomplish it. And you're not backing away from it. You're feeling much stronger in your atmosphere, like where you're at. You've taken the leadership role. You're finding more structure. You're really showing those around you what it takes to succeed, because you want to help them as well. So you're very focused on that, focused on your future, taking control and understanding how to do it now. much easier without all the overthinking. And the Queen of Swords. So you are really in a changing mood, you know? You're not holding back. You're speaking your mind. You know, you're facing the truths, good or bad. And then you're still going forward, which is wonderful because you know if you stick to this and you follow through, it is going to change many things for your future. So you're more open-minded to embarking on something totally new. Wow. Yeah, and the Empress. There you go. Planted your seeds, feeling comfortable. This is you stepping out of your comfort zone for this new adventure. You're ready. You have been ready for a while. There's accomplishments here, there's growth, and you are all about changing you and your surroundings and how people come to you from this day forward. Yeah, see the Tower moment, and there's nothing wrong with that either. This is the ending of a cycle. Something has really showed you what its worth is and what they think of you and all that sort of stuff, you know, but this is a sudden change, upheaval. It's okay. And this is your awakening. This is your insight. So you have already started something fresh. You haven't told anybody, nor do you have to explain yourself. But you had the insight. You could feel it and sense it, and you knew it was time for this change. So long before this ever come to light, you had already started on a new opportunity, a new venture. Yeah, the Two of Rods. Those definitely. You know, you got all the opportunity. You got the world in your hands. You've put your little feelers out there just to see what's out there. You know, instead of it just, you know, if it's a job for some of you, instead of you just sitting there wondering and thinking, you actually took action and seen what you get back. You can always say no after that, but it always feels good to try. And that's what you're doing here. Looks like there's travel plans in the future. There's different things that you really want to begin. And now you're realizing what it takes. Not that you didn't before, but now you're helping yourself get your dreams. So you're, you know, saving your finances, you're investing, you're very, very smart about the opportunities that have shown themselves, and looking out to new prospects. And the King of Swords. Yeah, look at, there's a lot of strength here. Showing your strength, what you're going to have in your life. You're very determined this week to succeed. You're flooded with all kinds of new ideas and growth. If there's problems or obstacles, you're dealing with them. You're not just letting them, you know, go away. No, you're making sure that it is satisfactory to you. You're following your own instincts here. You know, you're making sure you're getting credit for yourself. Like if this is a job situation and somebody's taking credit for the job you did, you're making sure that who's ever done this, not only do they know that you have said something, which is good, and you're still moving on. Like you are so done with that sort of thing. You are sitting in your power this week. Situations you're dealing with. You know, and you're doing it fairly, but you're still doing it because you know it's time for this change, this new beginning. And the only way that you can see that this is going to actually, you know, take root and take off is for you to start to take care of yourself first. Yeah, the Star card. Absolute. New beginnings, new opportunities. There's hope, calm, faith, renewal, and good fortune. So you're really on the right course this week for yourself. You're understanding what it is that you want to do, how you're going to go about it, and taking action on that. You're no longer just sitting there dreaming about it. You're moving forward. And it looks like it's going to turn out really well for you, unexpectedly for you, because you're quite surprised here, but you are really okay with this new change. You're ready for it. Yeah, look at that, the Magician. And just like that, there you go. You know, there's action, creativity, power, strength, self-confidence, and clarity for yourself on what it is you want. You already have the skills for different things. Don't underestimate that. But now you're putting them into action. So if this is something that you really want to do, you could push a mountain over with a toothpick because you're so ready for this change and these new opportunities. So that's very good. All right, and your oracle card. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Oh, I like that. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week on Friday. Bye for now.